Meanwhile, a candidate in Minnesota's most closely watched congressional race has died, and this is just weeks before the election. Paula Overby was running as the Legal Marijuana Now candidate in the 2nd District. She faced Democratic Representative Angie Craig and Republican Tyler Kistner. Overby's son told WCCO she died from heart complications. Now, just 2 years ago, another Legal Marijuana Now candidate in the 2nd District passed away, and that threw the timing of the election into question. This year, the Secretary of State says ballots will stay the same and voting will go on as scheduled. Thing is, what if you voted early?
Voters who have already cast their ballot and maybe have voted for her still do have an option at this point to now cast another ballot to change their mind if they wish to do so.
Ballots can be changed up to 1 week before Election Day. Representative Angie Craig sent her condolences to Overby's family, and Tyler Kistner postponed all public campaign events for 48 hours. One of the other things that we've continued to follow is this bus driver shortage that's happening not only in Minnesota and Wisconsin, but across the country. Well, now we've got one Wisconsin district that has a shortage, and some parents and students are frustrated. A parent in Wausau says her son's bus was 30 minutes late on Monday because of a new temporary driver. Well, then on Tuesday, the driver no-showed and the route was canceled. So she had to drive some neighborhood kids to school, and now she wants answers.
The school is telling me to call the bus company, and the bus company is telling me the school should be notifying us. Someone needs to be accountable for getting these kids to school every day.
The bus company has an app that's supposed to help, but Kelly, who you just heard from, says she has a hard time getting it to work, so that's a no-go. She says it would be much easier if route cancellations were announced, just like school closings. We'll stay on top of that story. We're also following this, a nursing shortage that could soon leave hospitals even more understaffed and leave you without the best possible care. Listen to this. One estimate found Minnesota needs nearly 30,000 new nurses in just the next 3 years. A couple of universities think they have the prescription just for this problem.
We need to reimagine how we're going to teach nursing because we need more nursing faculty, and we need to take in students who maybe we never took in before.
The U of M and Minnesota State teamed up to create the Coalition for Nursing Equity and Excellence. That coalition will work with nursing programs across the state, trying to increase enrollment and increase the number of educators. They say they need to reverse the trend of fewer students signing up to become nurses. This is just awful. A story out of the University of Minnesota. Disgusting discovery in one of the dorms, and some students are now worried about their health. Take a look at this. This is what those students say they found. The university did confirm it collected samples of fungus growing inside air vents. Students snapped those photos after they say they felt sick.
I called the nurse line today and gave her my symptoms, and she said they were consistent with mold exposure and mold toxicity.
They told me I had upper respiratory infection, so they gave me treatment for that. But when I came back, I felt fine, but then the cough just came back.
So first there was no food in the cafeterias, and now this? The U tells us inspections are underway. It promises a full inspection report in the coming days. The university also says it has started the cleanup process, which includes applying special paint to prevent future fungal growth. They say they've also set aside extra rooms if students do in fact need to move. You won't be able to use a busy bridge across the mighty Mississippi for several more months. We're talking about the historic 3rd Avenue Bridge connecting downtown to Northeast. It closed for construction in January 2021. Well, crews thought they'd be done restoring the more than 100-year-old bridge by the fall, but now MnDOT tells us it will not reopen to drivers until sometime next summer. They're expected to give an update on this big delay at a public meeting next week. If you are making plans for the weekend, do it now. Take advantage of the fall colors. Just beautiful right now across the state. They are really starting to peak, and you don't have to go very far. I mean, you see oranges and reds and yellows on full display at places at Elm Creek Park Reserve in Maple Grove.
It's nice because we have these nice rolling hills. We have a maple basswood forest here, so in the fall time, the colors are usually spectacular.
Here's the thing. The upcoming cold weather and wind, it could make the leaves fall fast, so getting out sooner rather than later, it might be a good idea. Here's one other thing you might be interested in doing this weekend. More than 300 local artists will have their work on display all around St. Paul. This is the annual St. Paul Art Crawl. And Shayla is live now with more on what's shaping up to be a pretty exciting weekend.
Hey, AJ, I was just thinking about what you were saying with all the colors. You can see the colors outside. Then you can step inside and check out all these amazing colors, too. More than 30 artists are actually showcasing their work this year at Union Depot during the fall St. Paul Art Crawl. Kelly Frankenberg is one of those artists. You've been at this particular event before to see it come back. What does it mean to be a part of it?
Oh, it's just so great. It's great to have the art here for people to be inspired and meet people. It's a great venue for that.
And of course, you here, Alyssa, this is your first time participating. What do you hope people take away from the experience of seeing your work, something you're so passionate about?
I hope they find a connection with me of places they recognize and maybe walk away having met some other awesome artists and maybe found something to enjoy themselves or share with someone else.
That is so wonderful. Of course, if you have not had a chance to stop by this event, you can come this year. The St. Paul Art Crawl, it kicks off Friday, runs through Sunday, and you'll have a chance here to support local makers, add new art to your collection, or maybe find that unique one-of-a-kind gift idea moving into the holidays. You can do all of that here at Union Depot. The Art Crawl getting underway tomorrow night. It runs through Sunday. So after you see all those amazing colors outside, you can step inside and check out some amazing pieces too, AJ.
I was going to say, it looks like some great stuff out there. Shayla, thank you. We appreciate that live report.
Thanks.
Well, we do know it's getting colder out there, and this year, unfortunately, you can expect to pay more on your heating and electric bills through the winter. There are some easy things you can do to help save yourself some money. One of the best things is make sure you get a home energy audit. Experts with the Home Energy Squad can come to your home. They can figure out where your money is slipping through the cracks, quite literally. Crew members help homeowners evaluate energy saving opportunities in the home and also installing energy saving products right on the spot. So some simple fixes for you that could help: getting a smart thermostat, making sure you have the proper weather striping on your exterior doors, and you can also look into getting LED bulbs and high efficiency faucets or shower heads. You know, so